What's going on too? Happy Wednesday to everyone. So before we jump into today's video, I'm gonna just touch on something real quick. I know I get asked quite a bit, and this is a question that I pretty much will not answer, and I'm sure some of y'all have learned this, but when you guys ask me about what type of drug test a company does, I'm not gonna answer, because to me, and I've said this before, to me, it seems like you're not ready for this industry. If you have to worry about a drug test, then you're not ready to become a truck driver. If you're somebody who smokes, whatever drug you smoke or take, you need to lay off it. If you are serious about becoming a truck driver, just leave it alone, because reality is you're either gonna take a piss test, hair follicle, or both. Yes, I did say both, because a lot of companies do both. So if you have to ask me, is it urine test, you're not ready, because it shouldn't matter. If you're clean, it shouldn't matter what type of test they take. Now the hair follicle, I can't tell you how far back they go, because I don't know, because I don't do drugs, so I've never had to worry about that. So if you're worried about it, don't even apply, because if you fail that drug test, it's gonna be bad for you. But anyway, off to today's topic. We're gonna talk about automatics or manuals. What do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer the 12-speed automatic or that 10-speed manual? Me personally, if I'm pulling, a 53, I'll take the manual. If I'm pulling pups, automatic. So I know a lot of you guys also are curious as to what type of transmission you're gonna use. A lot of LTL companies, as I said before, they use both. AAA Cooper where I'm at, we use both. We still have a good number of manuals. Most of our twin screws are manuals. Few automatics, few singles are manuals too, but mainly automatics. If you're interested in like Old Dominion, from what I know, they have pretty much all manual 10 speeds now. I heard that they do have some automatics, but if you're just starting out at that company, chances are you're not gonna get that automatic. If you go to Estes, from what I know, they still have a good number of manuals. They still have automatics as well. Estes, wait, I just said Estes. Saia, they have mainly automatics. Averett, automatics now. If you're doing city, P&D city, it's a good chance they're gonna put you in an older truck, and it's probably gonna be manual, because they usually use the older trucks, for the local guys, since they're really not going far in distance. So make sure you know how to drive a manual. Now, if you do Linehaul, you could be in either one, automatic or manual. I've used both. I started off in a manual. I had a twin screw manual when I first started. Now I'm in a single. Excuse me, y'all. Now, I know a lot of you guys still have that restriction on your license, which is fine. That's okay. But if you want to do, LTL, it's a good idea that you get that removed, because you need to know how to drive both. I can't think of a single LTL company that has only automatics. Maybe you guys might know one, but I don't. Everybody I've talked to, they've all said they have, both, Common transmission, as I said before, is going to be 10 speeds. So if you're a person that can't afford, to go back to truck school, or maybe you don't have the time to go back to truck school, I recommend you just go on YouTube, search how to drive a 10 speed, because that's what you're going to be driving, a 10 speed, I would say fake it till you make it, just look at the video, learn that pattern, and take it from there. It all, excuse me, y'all. I'm not sick, I promise. It's all on the RPMs, once you learn the RPMs, when to shift, when to downshift, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But like I said, just fake it till you make it, because believe it or not, y'all, I didn't come out of CDL school knowing how to drive a manual. I really didn't, I was so used to driving automatic. So when I finally went to a company where I needed to drive a manual, it was like, oh shit, I don't know how to drive a manual. So I did just what I told you guys. You know, I faked it till I made it, you know. I did take a little refresher course. The truck school I went to, he did it for free, you know, since I fulfilled my agreement. So, you know, he taught me, but he didn't really teach me everything I needed to know. Like, as far as downshifting, he didn't really teach me how to do that. So I just basically had to learn that on my own, which is why I say again, YouTube will be your best friend, you know. Now, as far as the pattern, if you're new driving a manual, you're probably not gonna memorize that pattern. Now, on the stick shift, it usually tells you the pattern, but you might get a truck where the pattern is, you know, faded out. So when I started driving manuals, I used to just draw the pattern, you know, on a sheet of paper, and I would just look at that, you know, until I memorized the pattern by heart, you know. So just do whatever you have to do to learn it, you know. If you really want this job, sometimes, you know, you gotta fake it till you make it, you know. But all jokes aside though, if you're serious about it, you know, go back to school, learn how to drive it. It'll take you probably a few days to learn it, maybe even a few hours. You know, it took me about 3 days to learn it, and it took me about a month or so to master it. So yeah, point of the video is, if you're gonna do LTL, make sure you not drive a 10 speed. All right, y'all, that's the video of the day. So as I always tell y'all, thanks to all my day one subscribers. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Appreciate all of you guys. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs up anyway. And as I always tell y'all, y'all take it easy, stay safe.